will never forget the day he called me and he said, yeah, we should go to Madagascar. I thought, he had a second, the other side of the planet, man. And then he mentioned that there were some geologists that like dive traced two caves or two entrances from another that were like 11 kilometers away from each other or something, close to Tuliar.
Oh, yeah.
So when we arrived here, I thought like I'm gonna lay kilometers of line and it's gonna be super ridiculous.
And we figured if the caves here don't really go and there's nothing to dive, in the worst case scenario, it'd be a really good surf trip.
And then we didn't find nothing really at the beginning. Then we went down to Intampolo, which besides finding the body of a dead village guy on a ceiling, we didn't find a lot of going cave there. And literally 4 days before leaving, Philip got sick. And so anyways, I went by myself and that day I dove Malasamanga and finished my read in like 16 minutes. It's a really insanely awesome cave.
The next day we did a stage dive.
Best dive I ever did in my life, hands down.
For sure.
That just was the absolute perfect finish for a really impressive trip. And ever since then I couldn't wait to come back here.
Where are we going now?
London.
And then?
And then South Africa.
And then?
Antananarivo. And then Tuliar.
Sick of flying?
Then boom. Yeah.
So after 5 days of non-stop travel, 4 different planes, we took a 1.5 hour boat ride from Tuliar, and we finally made it to Anakao Ocean Lodge. It's going to be our base camp for this whole project. It's a really awesome hotel. It's in Anakao, Madagascar, and we have some bags missing, but we took the essential bags. Air Madagascar switched the 737 to an ATR 42, so the plane was overweight and we weren't able to take all the bags we had. But we have the essential stuff. We're going to set up the nitrox stick tomorrow, put all the tank valves together, the scooters and everything, and we're going to start diving the day after tomorrow.
I came to Madagascar first time in the beginning of the 1970s, and I was here to work on some fossil lemurs, the giant extinct lemurs of Madagascar, for my doctoral dissertation. So we went to some cave sites in the northwest, and in the extreme north of Madagascar. We went to some open-air sites, some that had been dug before, and we found a lot of new material. But we've never been to a cave anything like Avon Cave. Avon Cave is unique because it's completely flooded and absolutely loaded with specimens that one can see on the bottom of the cave. One can see one after another after another. You just know that there's a lot of material there, and that if you dug a little bit into the ground, you would find a lot more material. It's very exciting.
This is the cave that I discovered on a visit to the park a couple of years ago. Saw the water down the bottom there and just went, oh, this looks wicked, hey? And just had to dive it. So I got permission, went down and had a look, and found something pretty cool, pretty amazing.
here, lemurs are such a dominant mammal group that they have a high, and they're large, so they're preserved. They have a greater tendency to be preserved. So you have a very high probability of finding primates. So it's really a remarkable situation, and only Madagascar is the one place in the world where primates are so dominant in the fauna.
What about non-primate species? Are they very unique? For example, like this croc, this foreign croc.
It's unique. It's not a Nile crocodile, and it's of course it's relative, of course, in Africa. But unusual with the horns on top. And we certainly have one of these in Ovid. Out of 1,000 bones collected, 800 is going to be primate. More importantly, we'll have associations of the skulls and the jaws and the long bones, the skeletal parts, all really they're commonly associated in the caves, in the flooded caves.
Is this one of the largest lemur collections in the world?
It is. It is the world's largest collection. Absolutely. No question about it. And it's critical. It really is a wonderful, wonderful resource. Once this is organized, people will come here from all over the world all the time to study it, without doubt. This is a beautiful, beautiful specimen of Barthia lemur.
Moto is down, power snorkeling the cave. I'm just sitting here in the dark, waiting for him to get back, and I don't know, just trying to stay away from the massive amount of cockroaches that are on the floor here. It's pretty unbelievably gross.
One of the really, really interesting things about this is the front teeth. These teeth are modified from a tooth comb, which is what we see with all the living lemurs, into something very different, but they're still very tall teeth, very narrow. So you can see how it evolved. Yeah. And there's parallel evolution. See how these are rectangular teeth, and there's ridges that go across transversely from one side to the other, connecting the two cusps on that side, two cusps on that side. That's through parallel evolution evolved a similar configuration with a ridge going across the teeth transversely, four cusps rectangular in terms of their outline, their placement on the crown, with the transverse ridges connecting them together. We call that bilophodonty, a forearm bone. Collected in 1936.
Wow.
Some of these were collected in the 1800s, probably.
Maris. Do African cave swallows fly faster than megabats?
This is an extinct carnivore. It was the largest mammalian carnivore in Madagascar.
What's this one called?
Cryptoproctus speleus.
Well, why don't we take the top off? Oh, God, they're huge.
The modern Cryptoproctus ferox, which people call the fossa, is its extant relative.
It's just wonderful. All the teeth are in place. And I like the color contrast, too, between the teeth and the rest of the skull.
This is wonderful.
Here, Norma.
It is 29.2. This is Spelia.
We're going to Salari Bay. Are the caves going to be big there, do you think? Cool. Polve, finally, after like 9 hours of driving, and we're looking for Richard. In this town, there's no electricity here, but this guy Richard knows where the caves are, so we're gonna go talk to him first, set up the day tomorrow, and then we're gonna go, actually maybe we stay here, which may or may not suck, or if not, we're gonna try go look for this other hotel. These Swiss guys have a hotel around here. The accommodation is super unexpected. We just woke up. Last night, since we got here at night, we couldn't really tell how cool the place was, but now we're checking it out. It's pretty mental. We're gonna have breakfast, which I'm not sure what's gonna be, but anyway, we're gonna eat and we're gonna go to see 5 caves that Pierrot, the owner of this place, knows. We're here at this cave, first cave. The chief of the village is gonna do a ceremony with rum and tobacco to, I didn't really understand, it's either to bless the cave or to bless us against the evil spirits that are in this cave. But either way, better safe than sorry. So I'm gonna go give it to him, and he's gonna do the ceremony right now.
Nisulunza nang hari mangataka na ya nunu kutui ya ruaza ya matue mangataka nzai ka unza nang hari mangataka utani tui na ruaza kusulunzani na ruaza kudzauna mangataka na rewa hu na ruaza kwangya bichanga va zahai zaf na rewa kichu na rewa mangataka pinzongu baza kili samini la vakatu la katu kana ha jatu we haniri kisunja dramu sau chichele na rewa siuli mamili la katu vivata uzaza na rurati na rurati lewa zakani matuya fara bishira hatia kazare katsufere kuchara kokufere kusira kidetsa katina kidetsa
rehet
So for lunch today we have grilled bats. There's no vegetables, but that's good because I'm trying to cut down on vegetables anyway, so we're gonna eat bats.
Kim and I are going to head down to Ryan's chamber, and then we're going to head north and put in some new line and do some survey.
Where?
Masalanga.
What?
Masala Malanga. Masala Malanga.
What?
It's some big damn cave in Africa, man.
Try one last time?
Masa Malanga.
This is all about the water.